What's up, everyone? Welcome into Mikey's Boardroom. I'm Mikey.
I'm Krista.
And tonight we are going to do the Tabletop Tag 20 Questions video.
It's a tongue twister.
We were tagged by Envy Board Gaming. Really cool channel. Check them out. They do lots of reviews and stuff like that and just talking about board games. They tagged us, and so we're going to
talk about ourselves because that's what we like to do.
Exactly. It's time you learned about me. It's enough of me talking. Let me talk about me. It's enough talking about board games. That's what I say. Enough of me talking about board games. Let me talk about something important. Me. Okay. So you don't know any of these questions.
No, I don't.
I just wrote them down as I watched the Envy Board Gaming's video. Like
okay.
I've seen videos. Like I've seen other people doing the video, but I didn't really pay attention till they did it. And I was like, okay, they tagged us all. All right then. Okay. So first is name, age, and location.
Okay.
So give it private. Name, rank, and serial number.
I'm Krista, 29.
Oh gosh.
San Diego.
Never mind. Don't say that.
No, I don't like my name.
Yuck. No. I was talking about your age. I was talking about your age.
Oh, my age. I'm still in my 20s. Thank you very much.
Late 20s.
I'm still in my 20s.
My name is Michael, and that's what I go by mostly, except in my boardroom. And my age is 31.
Mm-hmm. Old man.
Yeah, but you know.
You got the bald spots to prove it.
I do. I have if you've checked the rings on my scalp, yep, 31. And location, we live in San Diego. Mm-hmm.
California.
And we were born and raised, baby.
West Coast.
Born and raised. I don't know why I did that. Never done that in my life.
You don't, sir.
I always leave this comment to people, like the little hand shaka ka or whatever, but I don't do that in real life.
You just did.
But I do now.
So.
The rules are different in
your persona.
The rules are different in my boardroom.
Is this like your Lady Gaga persona, like your Mikey B? You're like
my Mikey B.
Yeah.
This how Mikey B. Mikey be like
Justin
this.
Bieber.
Mikey be like this and Mikey be like that. Okay. Favorite childhood board game?
Monopoly.
Monopoly? That's a fair answer. I just don't like. I've never liked Monopoly.
I loved it because nobody would ever play with it with me. So like the few times I got to play it.
So that was fun for you.
Nobody would ever play anything with me, and so anytime I could get anyone to play, it was always Monopoly with like my cousins or like aunt and uncle, and it was like yes.
So Monopoly was one of the few games you got to play.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
It was great.
It's hard for me to pick one favorite. I remember really liking Battleship. I used to play that when I was homesick with my mom. Mm-hmm. Like home from school. I really liked Guess Who, and I really liked the game of Life, which...
Okay, I did like Life.
Which
my mom
Life
would play that with me.
Does not hold up.
It does not.
It does not hold up at all. But yeah, I really like that. So probably my favorite was Battleship. I also really liked Stratego. Stratego was like... in my mind, Stratego is a little bit more like what I consider like a more advanced board game versus the other ones, or the other kids games. Stratego was like one I kind of got into older, so I guess I'll say my favorite childhood board game, Battleship. I have good memories of playing that when I would stay home from school.
When I would stay home, although I was homeschooled most of my life, whenever I'd stay home, my mom would make me play Othello. And
I did like Othello. No. I liked Othello and Sequence. I used to play those too.
I didn't know how to play them.
I used to play those too.
I didn't know how, and so I hated it.
Battleship was always like the go-to. We'd watch Price is Right, 10 a.m., and then we'd play some
We'd watch Maori and play Othello.
No, my mom would never let me watch Maori.
Maori and soap opera all day, every day.
No. I would never have been able to watch that, nor would I have wanted to for that reason.
I didn't have a choice.
Okay, that's enough on that question. Zip your lid. First game you bought. Mine, I'll go first because I just said it, Stratego. I played Stratego with my friend Jeff, and it was Star Wars Stratego, and I was like, this is freaking sweet. And I went to Target, and I was like, Mom, I want to buy Stratego. And so she took me there. I guess she bought it, but she took me there, and I bought like a nice wooden one, and like the classic, like, you know, like old style army men, not like like the Revolutionary War style, not like Star Wars or whatever. I got that one, and I still have it. I still like Stratego.
I'm not surprised because you've got that weird mania thing.
So that was the first board game I bought. I was probably 9 when I bought that board game.
Okay.
I don't know why it didn't ignite a love of, like a burning passion for board games.
Probably because you didn't have anyone around you then.
But I think I was just too enthralled with the video games.
Probably.
I think I was just like, video games are where it's at.
You loved video games.
And that's where I was for, a decade after that.
Yep.
Almost 2 decades. Actually, 2 decades after that.
For a very, very long time.
Too long.
Till I was like, you gotta figure it out, man.
Yeah, why don't you just take the credit for me bettering myself and moving from video games to board games?
Would you have moved from video games?
Playing video games and board games.
Actually, you can thank me because it was me because I bought Above and Below. What?
Shush. We'll talk about it later.
Well, that wasn't the first board game I bought.
know,
but
but
everyone just wanted to say the geeking out of video games was because of something I did.
You're right. You are right.
I am
We'll
right.
talk about that later.
Just a little spoiler. I think the first game I ever bought was probably either Apples to Apples or Cards Against Humanity. I don't remember if my mom bought Apples to Apples or if I did.
Well, technically my mom bought Stratego, but I was like, I want Stratego, and she took me to the store, and I found it, and I picked out the one that I wanted, and I was 9, so
Your memories are so vivid. I have no idea if I asked for it, but I know I bought Cards Against Humanity, and you gave me such a hard time about it.
Yes, I did, and I still would, and I still will, and I stand by it.
I love that game. Played that on my 21st birthday with my friends, and it was so fun.
Yeah, wow.
It's so fun.
It was so raunchy.
That was the last time we played.
I don't like Cards Against Humanity. I don't like Apples to Apples. I don't like any game where one person's the judge and everybody has to pick from a hand of cards and play the funniest answer and the judge picks. I don't like
but
those
it's
games.
so funny. And it breaks the ice. It's just fun to play with
There are
friends
better
like that.
games to break the ice. I'll play it.
In your opinion.
I'll play it, but I don't like those games on a personal level. I don't like those games.
I agree. Now that I have, experienced other games, there are better games.
I remember,
but
yeah.
Cards Against Humanity stands up well. It's fun, and you get to see your friends being silly, and you get to break some people out of their shell who like you think they can't laugh at things, and then all of a sudden they laugh.
I apologize for my negativity. Cards Against Humanity, I have laughed and I've had fun playing that game.
Exactly.
And isn't that what really matters?
Yes, all my friends thought you were just this wooden wall until we played that game, and they're like, "Wow, he's like a real person."
I don't like that game. Apples to Apples, I used to like that game when I was...
I love that game. We would play it. The only time I could get my family to play was when the power would go out.
Okay.
We'd break out the ice cream before it melted, and we'd play Apples to Apples.
The thing about Apples to
That's
Apples
fun.
and Cards Against Humanity is the game's not fun. What's fun is like playing, like doing something with your friends. But the game's not going to provide the fun, in my opinion. But I don't know. It provides laughter. I'm going to stop being negative.
We've played some pretty bad games where it doesn't matter the company you're in, just the game sucks.
Not to name any names.
Are you talking about yourself?
Okay. This is only question number 4. We gotta speed this along. Question number 4. When did you really get into the hobby? What year did you really get into board games, would you say?
2020.
2020. It was after all the fiasco of all that stuff.
But that was after years of me trying.
Yes. It was no, I wouldn't say years. I would say I guess I would say 2 years, and that by definition is years. It was after 2 years of you trying, and then suddenly a light switch happened. Yeah, it clicked.
And now I'm like, what have I done?
Like, oh!
What have I done to my bank account?
Okay, so speaking of that moment, what was your breakthrough game or like your breakthrough games where it was like you played it and you were like, whoa, and your mind kind of went, that's what games can do?
Dune.
So that was that.
I've always enjoyed games, but that was the first
recently.
game where I was like,
okay.
Wow, board games can be elevated.
Yeah. I would say Brass probably for me. Brass. I put it right here just for that reason. Actually, I forgot all about it, but I put it right there. But Brass for me was it's just so good. Like it's so fun. Planning ahead and then getting it when it works out and being able to use each other's canals and stuff. I love, and even using each other's memory card was full. Should be good to know. Should be good to go now. I was just talking about Brass. I pretty much said everything I wanted to say. I love Brass. It's a 5 out of 5 for me in my top 5 games. Playing that was that's when it switched and I was just like, whoa, games can do so much more than what I thought. And at that point I played Above and Below. I would say the real board games I'd played were Above and Below and Seven Wonders Duel, which is not a bad game by any means. I still like that one, but Brass was the one where I was like, wait a minute, what else is there out there? It just clicked for me. I was like, what else is there? I want to I need to know more.
Yeah, didn't you shortly after come up with the YouTube channel idea? After you played Brass?
Yeah, that's when I started really going hard into the YouTube side of board games and looking at all these games, and I was like, hey, I kind of want to do that. I'll give that a try. Okay, what about for you?
I already said it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Where are we at? That was a number 4. No. Oh. Yeah. Oh, I skipped a question.
Uh-oh.
I skipped a question. Okay, that's fine. Any other hobbies? What are your other hobbies?
Reading.
Reading?
Mm-hmm. And momming.
Yeah, that's all. Like, we have about time for one other hobby at this point. Board games and one other thing. So reading.
I like to read.
I like playing music. I play guitar and I do some music stuff for our church, and I like doing that. That's kind of all. Like, I work and I do music, the music stuff, and I do play board games. That's kind of all we really
I guess
do.
you're one of my hobbies.
Yeah, we spend time together.
See, I have 2, 3.
What a good answer.
Board games and you kind of mixed.
Yeah.
Reading and you not so
Board
much.
games is
Leave the room. Don't interrupt.
I mean, I like sports. I like watching football. I like playing golf. We do a lot of hanging out with our kids. We play a lot with our kids. So
yeah, that's true. I teach a lot.
Yeah, she homeschools.
It's kind of a hobby. I spend a lot of time on that.
So that's not really a hobby. It's just why you don't have other hobbies.
Okay, next one.
Okay. All right, breakthrough games. We did that one. What theme in a board game always draws you in?
You have like a million.
If you can pick one big theme, what would it be that always draws you in? Always.
For me, I mean, just based on looking at a cover, I would say pirates.
Pirates, okay.
But like reading about it, probably something more like sci-fi.
Okay. Pirates and sci-fi. Theme to me is like one of the last thing that matters. And so that's why I'm just fine with kind of any theme. I'm looking for fun games, and if it's sci-fi or fantasy or high fantasy, low fantasy, whatever, I don't care. Like I don't really care. One theme that grabs me, I was gonna say it and you stole it, was pirates. I really like the pirate theme. Pirate theme is really cool. But yeah, I kind of like all themes. So
yeah, you just like whatever. As long as it costs money, you're good. You're in.
Yeah, the more the better. Okay, favorite mechanism. So
explain that one.
So like deck building is a board game mechanism. Worker placement, roll and write is what I was trying to say. Drafting.
I don't know. You would know what I like more.
You like you probably deck building.
Deck building, really?
You like polyomino placement too.
What is that?
That's like the tiles that you place, like New York Zoo.
Okay.
You're placing the tiles. You really like that one.
Okay.
You seem to
if
always.
They're puzzly, yeah.
You seem to always like that, like kind of like Curious Cargo has some tile placement.
Puzzles.
You like the puzzling aspect, but yeah, like tile placement, you seem to generally like.
Okay. I really don't like, what's it called? Dudes on a Map?
Dudes on a Map is by far your least favorite.
I will immediately not play one
Dudes
of
on a
those.
Map is by far your least favorite. I think there might be a question that we talk about later.
Good. Well, I'll get to talk about it more then.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that right next. So just hold on. My favorite mechanism, I really don't know this one either. There's a lot I like. I would say probably worker placement, only in that I usually enjoy worker placement games, and I usually enjoy the worker placement aspects of games. Like drafting, when there's a really good drafting system, I get really stoked about that, like an Inish. And when there's really good like deck building and stuff, I really like that too. But just overall, probably worker placement, because it's usually like, if I feel like that's like when there's a worker placement aspect to a game, worker placement mechanisms in the game, I generally like it.
Yeah, you do. But I don't understand why you would say deck building for me, because I don't like it when there's too much to read and too much to remember.
You like Dune though. Dune's got the deck building.
But that's not a lot, so I guess you'd have to clarify that.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just trying to think of games you like and stuff that you liked about those games. Like, you're not all stoked on the worker placement for the game, right? In Dune?
That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, because there's not too much.
Okay, yeah, so it like mixes.
I just like variability.
You like
That's
variability.
what I like.
That's your favorite
not
mechanism.
Not too much of one thing.
Variability. Okay, so mechanism you dislike, obviously, it's going to be like Dudes on a Map.
Yes, 100%.
It's not even area control, too, a little bit, or area majority.
But I liked Brew.
Yeah,
and there's a couple.
You did like Onk fine. Like, you liked Onk enough.
I onked it.
You onked it. You're totally honking it.
Yeah. I just don't like too much of one thing.
It's basically if you get points by like attacking the other person, that's what you don't like. You don't like when you and I are just getting points by moving our guys and initiating combat.
So dumb
you don't like that at all. You will never like a game like that for some reason. Which Onk has like a tiny bit of that, but Onk does it so well.
I liked Super Fantasy Brawl, and it kind of has that.
That's different though. That's not like Dudes on a Map. That's a straight up like a card skirmish game.
Okay.
Dudes on a Map is like units, and you move the units, and I get.
Okay, wait. I have another one though. It's not my favorite game. I don't really like it, but I don't mind it either. Inish. I know we haven't reviewed that yet, right? I'll give it a score. Like, it's fine. I would play it. It's not one I would just completely get rid of.
And you will.
I guess that gives away my score.
And it gives away mine because I'm making you play it.
I would never want to play it. Like, if you asked me to play it, I'd be like, do you want to play something else?
No. No.
But wait, my point being is that, like, I wouldn't be upset, though, if we played it. So it can't be too bad, because, like, if you ask me to play Ankh or Kemet, I would just walk out of the room.
Inish is area... Oh, jeez. There's a difference between area control and area majority. I think Inish is area control. Which you do like certain games that utilize that.
Okay.
You really don't like when it's specific, because Inish you don't get victory points for beating me and I get victory. Like, that's what you don't like. You don't like it when you have to strategize and think, if I use this unit to attack you here and this unit to move over to this area. Like, you don't like points coming from combat.
Okay.
Where it's like, I fight you on a map.
Okay.
You don't like that. I don't know what that mechanism is, or if it even has a name other than dudes on a map, because that's always what I've heard of it, but you don't like dudes on a map games.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Yeah. So I'm really hoping you like Lords of Ragnarok when that delivers. Anyways.
Did you say yours?
Mechanism I dislike. I would have to say roll and write. I want to try some of the more... maybe advanced roll and writes like Hadrian's Wall and stuff like that. But all the roll and writes I've played, I don't really like. I don't like Gons Shown Clever or whatever. I don't like that at all.
That's all right.
The Motor City one that we did, I liked that enough. I liked that enough to I backed it, and I want to play it more because we don't really have many other roll and writes. And we did coverage for that one, so I was like, this is the one I'm gonna dive in on more. But all the roll and writes that we've played, I don't really like, and I want to get into some more advanced ones. Okay. But roll and write generally. But next question. Halfway through. The newest game in the collection. So I guess we can both answer this one.
Can we? I have no idea.
I'm just going to say it's Caper right here. Because we got this with a...
No, it's the Zombies. The one you played with Riley.
Oh, Zombie Kids. I should have brought it out here. Zombie Kids.
Yeah.
Zombie Kids is the newest one. I bought that to play with my with our daughter. And just played for the first time tonight. And we won, so... I don't know. You tell me. Favorite player count? What?
I'm like 2.
2's your favorite?
Depends. If we're playing Canasta, 3.
I think 3 is the best board game player count.
I don't know. You not really play.
I think at 3 you get the best of having multiple people.
You get the best.
Because the more
of
brains.
Both worlds.
No, never that.
Chill it out, take it slow.
Never
then
that.
Then we rock out the show. You miss my Hannah Montana days.
I miss the days.
You come over after
I definitely
school.
miss those days, but I don't miss Hannah Montana. But I for sure miss those days. What were we talking about?
You get the best of both worlds. That's all I remember.
Favorite player count. I think 3 is the best board game player count, where it's you have the most you have a good amount of people, where it's enough going on during the game, but it's not so much that you lose interest between turns. That's what I think. My favorite player count is 2. That's what we mainly play at.
Yeah.
That's what. It's hard for us to get any more than 2.
Yeah.
It takes work on our
effort,
end.
babysitters.
Yeah, babysitters, any of those. So 2 is my favorite. It's easy. We can play all of our games at 2. Even if it's not ideal at 2, I still like to play at 2 because generally, even my favorite games, I can't say not my favorite games. Generally, games aren't what provide the fun for me. It's doing it together that makes it fun. Brass, on the other hand, I will play with a hobo. I don't care.
That's what you say until he steals your pizza.
Come back, I'll buy you alcohol. All right, board game pet peeves. Do you have any board game pet peeves? I can go first.
I have no idea.
My pet peeve is when you're eating greasy foods without any care of my game.
Well, I keep one hand clean. I eat with one hand.
It's a pet peeve. Now, I want to say that
you're welcome for preparing you food.
I would rather...
While you sit down there in our attic,
In our attic? What do you mean sit and prepare and read the rules and set up the game for us to play?
Exactly. And watch YouTube videos of board games.
In general, overall, I don't really care. I want to snack and play our game, and if there's little grease stains, it's okay with me. If it's a game I'm intent on selling, I will be very don't mess it up because I want to sell it. But generally, I'm okay with our games getting a little scuffed, a little ruined, a little bit of character on it. But I can't help the feeling inside when I see it happening, Like it just.
So what you're saying is that your pet peeve is with me with board games.
Just with sloppy.
Well, I have a pet peeve
just
with
with
you
sloppy
with board
people.
games.
With sloppy people.
I'm actually not a sloppy person. That's why I keep one hand clean. Yeah, I'm the sloppy person.
What's your pet peeve?
My pet peeve is directly with you. And anyone else who does this. You won't let me shuffle the cards. So it takes so long going like this.
I don't let her do that. Because what I just talked about, the driving me, it keeps me from letting her just do the bridge and everything.
Well, I don't have to do the bridge. I can just shuffle it and put it together. But you won't let me, so the game takes so long.
I go back to my Magic days where I would just deal 2 rows of 3. Just whoosh, 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 whoosh. That's
my pet peeve.
Yeah.
I'm like, just let me shuffle the cards.
Another pet peeve is when I'm trying to explain a board game and the person I'm teaching it to has already given up on learning the rules and they're just like, I don't get it. I need to play the game. I know information's going in my brain. I need to play it before I can learn it. And I'm just like, no. And I'm like, just listen. If you roll a 2, you re-roll. I don't understand it and I don't want to hear it. No, just a 2.
No, it's just I want you to just stop talking, stop blowing hot air, and just physically show me, and then I'll get it. You can be done it this way faster.
That's my other pet peeve.
My pet peeve is know-it-alls. I think they know everything.
That's all I got though. Okay. Player color. Favorite player color.
Yellow.
I gotta go green. What if there's no? Well, there's like always yellow.
There's always yellow because yellow is the bomb.
If there's not green, if there no, I always pick green.
You took my yellow the other day, and I was appalled.
Sometimes
I couldn't.
No, that was because it was character specific. Character specific. The character was yellow, and I wanted to try. Then you should have given me that one. I wanted to try those. I wanted to try those asymmetric powers.
No.
I wanted to try the yellow powers.
So what you're saying is you were selfish.
Sometimes, I think you're going to find this ridiculous.
What?
Depending on the shade of yellow and the shade of green in a game, it's really ugly when they're on the board together, and I don't like the way green and yellow look together. So I'll pick black in that case because it kind of looks like a bumblebee.
Transformer days.
And you know the game I do that with? One of the games is Merv.
That's so funny.
I don't like the shade. I'm pretty sure if you go watch our playthrough, I'm black in that one.
That's so
I'm pretty sure. And my favorite second color is purple. Like, I'll usually pick purple. Sometimes I pick purple if the shades don't mix. But usually yellow and black. I feel like yellow is an awful color. And I feel like no other colors go with it except for black.
No,
so sometimes
light
I'll pick
blue.
black so that
Chargers, baby.
So that our
pink.
Light
it's
blue.
Like spring.
You're right, light blue.
Like just pretty much anything goes with it. Even green. Green goes with it. Isn't that like a different country's colors? Like
yeah, it's like
Spain
Uruguay or something.
I think Uruguay. I don't know.
No, it's like Nigeria.
It's nice.
I think Nigeria.
I just remember, aren't they in the soccer thing? What's it called?
Oh, Brazil? Is it Brazil? No,
I don't know.
We're just showing our ignorance. That's enough of that. You don't even know how dumb we are.
Typical American.
Would you rather read the rule book for a board game to learn it? If you had to learn a game ever, would you rather read a rule book or watch a how to play video?
Watch a how to play video.
I gotta say, read the rule book.
We learn differently.
Yeah.
I cannot learn that way.
I can watch a video. If I watch a video, I need to set it all up on the table in front of me and then watch the video while it's out, and then I can learn the game. But I feel like I like to read the rules once, and then if I feel iffy about anything, I'll kind of read it again.
I have to read the rules at least 15 times, and then I would probably still need a how-to video.
I'll read it once, sometimes a second time, but then I'll set up the board and I'll kind of go through it again, trying to play two-handed or by myself before I try and teach it with you, because teach it to you because you are someone who is sort of on the more difficult end to teach a board game to.
It's just because I learn differently. If you play it through with me, I can learn.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm not saying you can't learn it. Like
just talking to me.
Yes,
it just goes.
That's what I meant. It's more difficult. Like you have to interact. You actually have to do it. So like the first time we play something, you have to physically do it for it to stick.
I cannot be alone in that.
But because of that, I'm required to like basically know every question that might arise, which is good. It's good. It like helps me teach the game better. But what was the question again? I'd rather read a rule book.
Okay, let's move
on. Favorite snack while gaming?
Guacamole and chips and salsa.
I hear. She makes the best guacamole and she makes the best salsa. And Mission makes the best tortilla chips.
No, they don't. Those ones at Costco are the best, but they don't have them every time.
The authentic ones.
Yeah, those are good.
Real Mexican chips. Okay, board game. This is another easy one. Board game conventions you've attended.
The one in my bedroom.
None. We've gone to Comic-Con a few years.
Yeah.
But no board game conventions.
We weren't into board games then either, so we really...
That was pre-2020
screwed the pooch.
that we went to.
That was pre-kids.
But I think board games are fairly, like, they have a fairly recent presence at Comic-Con. I don't think they Yeah, I don't think they were really around as much back when we went at Comic-Con. Anyways, next one. Unreleased game you're excited for. Oh, I got one for you. I just found it out today because you don't know any of these games. They're making an Outlander board game. It's Outlander, the series. The board game is based off the show, based off the book.
That kind of terrifies me. Like, that better not be more than, like, $35.
I sent them an email today.
Okay.
Saying, can you please send us a prototype so we can review it? But yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
They have, like, little tokens of Dirty Jamie?
It looked very, very...
Like, after fighting Jamie?
It looked very rustic and very, like, basic and old school. There was, like, I don't know. It looked very interesting.
Well, that interests me.
For me... I should have put some thought into this one, actually.
I literally heard cricket.
I guess I'll go with two, and they're kind of boring ones because they're like Kickstarters that I've already funded. But the first one's going to be The Witcher. Really excited to play The Witcher.
Okay.
I don't know.
But weren't you just talking about how you don't know how it's going to be?
I don't know how it's going to be. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good. Most people said it was good. Okay. I'm excited to play it. And the second one is Mythic Battles Ragnarok. I'm really excited to play Mythic Battles Ragnarok. Okay. I don't think you're going to like it, but it's sort of like Super Fantasy Brawl, like turned up, like turned way up.
Okay. All right.
It's like Ragnarok, like Viking, like Norse gods. Yeah. So like Thor and stuff like that. And I got the all in, so like we're getting all the stuff for it. Okay. Really, and I'm also getting Pantheon, which is all the Greek gods. So we'll be able to like pick Greek gods and we'll be able.
But that makes me a little bit nervous that it's gonna be like, was it Ankh that was like that?
No. It's like Super Fantasy Brawl. It's more like Super Fantasy Brawl, but instead of like the grass chick and the cat lady. Mm-hmm. It's like Thor and Odinson, and then I also got the Greek one, which is Pantheon, which has been out, which is Greek gods, and then we there's like a skirmish fight that we do between each other. So really excited for that. It's like kind of a lot, and it's kind of hard to table, but it's very, very good, is what I've heard. Okay. So I'm really stoked for that one. Okay. Favorite thing about board gaming? I feel like I've already covered this one. I feel like we kind of already covered this one.
Time with you.
Just playing together. Doing something besides just kind
hobby.
of... something that we can actively participate in rather than just passively.
Before board games, we were just watching movies and TV shows every night.
Yeah, like when we'd spend time, it would be watching stuff. And so now we actually get to like enjoy each other. Yeah. My sense of humor really comes through.
Yeah, it actually came out for the first time.
You know what they say, I'm coming up, so you better get the party started. Okay, so when you buy a board game, are you more likely to open it right away and punch all the components and get all that stuff out and smell the dice and everything, give it a lick? Or are you more just to throw it on the shelf till it's ready to be played?
Yep, that's me.
Throw it on the shelf. When in doubt, I am lazy. Unless you're looking to sponsor us. Okay,
Wait, do people sponsor people?
Yeah, like channel sponsors.
I didn't know that was a thing. I'm so naive about this stuff.
Like there's a shirt company that sponsors a few channels.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Mostly it's board game related. Like the big channels will be sponsored by, like Fantasy Flight Games is coming out with this next pack of whatever, and so they're sponsored by that video is sponsored by Fantasy Flight Games, and Fantasy Flight plays them like $1,000 or whatever. And then some.
Hey, we're over here.
Exactly. So I could use $1,000 and
buy more
and some more shirts. So if you want to send both of those pronto, I'll tell all 400 subscribers. Thank you, by the way.
402.
402 that they can get a sweet shirt or possibly the next Fantasy Flight pack. Don't question product. Just get excited and
you're not a salesman for them yet. Shh, stop it.
And consume more product. All right, the last question is, who do you want to tag? I want to tag Brews and Board Games.
I want to tag the Jonas Brothers. Wait, what's that one guy's name? I know one. This is the only other one. Board Game Co. That's the only other channel because he's actually funny. I'll pay attention to his videos.
He's probably done it already, but if not, we'll tag.
But that's my only other name I know.
And I'll tag.
And Jonas Brothers.
Is it? Oh my gosh. I think it's Brews and Board Games. I should have double checked his channel name. Let me check it right now. I feel bad now. He might have done this too. He does a lot of live streams now. I've been watching his Oathsworn playthroughs because I really want Oathsworn.
Okay.
Let's see. Brews and Board Games, I think is what it is.
Why didn't you just go to YouTube to look for it?
Brews and Board Games, because Google works too. Yeah, Brews and Board Games. Super cool channel. Check it out. Like I said, lately he's done a lot of streams, so I like to just throw those streams on at nighttime or when I'm working during the day. I'll just put it on in the background.
Weird dreams.
I'll just put it in the background, but yeah, super cool channel. So I want to tag him. If he doesn't want to do it, that's fine with me. And other than that, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for everyone who's subscribed. We're over 400 now, which is kind of crazy to me.
Never thought we'd get above 10.
I never thought it would take this long. and other than that, go out there, show kindness, and I got nothing else.